Let's make this quick. I've got a schedule to keep. Hello WordNerds and happy Thursday. It is March 12th, 2015. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. Again, 2 months in a row. How lucky are we? Am I the only one who thinks that? Maybe. Maybe. Today on the circulation desk, I'm going to be talking to you about deadlines, setting them, keeping them, why they are important in the business of writing and publishing. Let's get into this seriously because I've got stuff to do. As a writer, you're going to be working probably with other people, whether it's traditionally you're working with editors, literary agents, the big publishers, or as, before you get published, beta readers, writing partners, critique partners, if you're self-publishing, editors that you're hiring, formatters, cover designers, etc., etc., etc. There are a lot of people. And it's so important to keep on deadline. Personally, I usually have weird deadlines that I set. Since I'm self-publishing, I set my own deadlines and my own timelines that I have to follow, and I try my best to keep them. Lately, I've been more rigid with my scheduling and have actually broken down what needs to get done when at every step of the publishing process, like from first draft to hit publish. Why are deadlines important? Well, a couple of reasons. One, readers want to know when they can read the stuff you're publishing. Don't make them wait longer than they have to. And two, you're working with other people. When you're setting deadlines, if you have the option of setting your own deadlines and you're not under other time restraints of, deadlines set upon you, it's important to be realistic about them. Don't try to publish too fast because you won't get it done or you won't get it done well. And if you're going to publish something, you want to publish it to the best of your ability. Your best work should be going out there, not your, that's pretty good, that's good enough, let's just publish this. I have 2 deadlines coming up that I am meeting. Well, actually I have more than 2, but I'm going to talk about 2. The first is the deadline for publishing Engage, which comes out May 5th. And for that, I had to work backward into when is the first draft due, which I just finished the second draft yesterday, so I'm ahead of schedule. When do I have to get my draft to Kelly? When do I have to get it to my final editor? When is the cover reveal? When is the blog tour? When is the blitz? When am I having to format the ebook and the paperback? When do I have to upload it? When do I have to hit publish? When? And that was all working backward from that one date, May 5th. My second deadline is June 16th, 2015, which is for Infinite, and again, working backward. When do I have to start the first draft? When do I have to have the first draft finished? When do I have to have the draft ready for Kelly and then my editor? Etc. what I mentioned for Engage. When you have a deadline for yourself, it can actually be really helpful because you have that this is when it's due date. And sometimes if you don't have a due date, you don't work on it, or at least not as much as you should. But having a deadline set, you rush toward it and you try to write every day to meet that deadline. So knowing that I have a book coming out June 16th, I'm starting writing it now. I mean, like, parts of it are already written, but I just wrote the prologue literally this morning. And you can break that huge, I have to publish this book, down into small bite-sized pieces that are much more manageable. This much writing a day. Then by this date you'll have a draft. Then you'll send it over and, trust me, deadlines help. Now what do you do if you have a deadline set and you're not going to make it and you really, really, really are working your hardest, but god damn it, you're not going to make it? First, take a breath. It happens. It really does. But make sure to tell people as early as possible, as early as you know you're not going to make it, that, hey, I'm not going to make the deadline. What can I do? When do I have to reschedule with you? Can I reschedule with you? Because something you have to keep in mind, especially if you're working with an editor that you're hiring, is that they have other clients and they might have booked you for a set couple of days. And if you can't make those set couple of days, you might have to wait another month before they can get to you, which means pushing back your release date and changing some things around. And you really don't want to hold that off until last minute. I thought it'd be important to talk about deadlines today because I'm under a lot of them with school deadlines, with 3 writing, publishing deadlines coming up. other deadlines that are still somewhat secret right now, but maybe I'll share them later. And I think, you know, this is kind of a pep talk for me of Erica, you can do this, break it down, you know how to schedule things, just stick to it and you'll be fine. It does seem overwhelming when you're looking at the mountain, but remember, just one step at a time and you'll get there. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any important deadlines to meet and how you're making sure you're staying on schedule. I will see you guys this Sunday. We are having a live chat about MBTI, or the Myers-Briggs personality test. Make sure to take it. We'd love to know what you get. We're going to talk about how to use Myers-Briggs when writing characters. It's going to be so much fun. Until then, I love you nerds, and I will see you Sunday.